The Unification Church, better known as the Moonies, are a new religious movement that were founded in South Korea in 1954 by a man named Reverend Moon, or to his followers, true parent.
According to the Unification Church holy wedding tradition, our beloved true parents will lead three
Their beliefs are
cheers
derived from the Bible. As Reverend Moon told his followers, he was carrying on Jesus' work. They claim to number over 1 million, with branches worldwide, including the UK. We were allowed to spend a day within the movement and met Michael, a 21-year-old second-generation member who had recently married in one of their mass wedding ceremonies in Korea, where members meet for the first time and are then married on the same day.
Morning, Jake.
Michael, how's it going, man?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm not too bad, thank you. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, opening the day, what does that entail?
Opening the day consists of singing, praying, reading some of Reverend Moon's words. Now I offer a bow to true parents.
It's a big old bow.
It is, yeah. It is. This is called the Cheongsonggyong. It's a compilation of Reverend Moon's speeches.
So the Bible, written 2,000 years ago,
Yeah.
life of Jesus. This is, I suppose in layman's terms, an update through God speaking to Reverend Moon, true father.
It's an update. It's also new, not just an update, it's new stuff. So it's things that Jesus couldn't talk about yet. We hear Reverend Moon talking about the ideal family and how man should relate to woman, how we can achieve world peace substantially. There are many topics.
With the emphasis of God encompassing both male and female, and with the true family aspect of man and woman, being together. What happens if someone is homosexual? Can they not be part of the true family?
It's a sensitive topic, but essentially, by design of the universe, we believe that God created man and woman as aspects of himself, and when they grow to perfection, they should come together in love and unite with each other.
But can that not happen with two people of the same sex?
We think that it's not how God intended for the universe to be, because it's very clear that there is still a right and a wrong, and there's a way that you should conduct your life and there's a way you shouldn't conduct your life. You have to promise within your lifetime to reach perfection, or you have to really strive to reach perfection after I give you the blessing, we say, the marriage.
And what does perfection look like? Easy question.
It looks like that man over there, man and a woman there.
Reverend Moon and his wife.
Yeah. Okay.
You pick your favourite one.
We are the youth, soldiers of the truth, called by a God on high. Now is the time, march to the world, sounding the battle cry. Too long the dark night of sin held in fear the people of the world will drive the darkness away, bringing in the new day. Lift high, lift high, lift high. Heavenly Parent, I pray that I can really strive to be a better person every single day, and I pray that I can reach perfection in my lifetime. Heavenly Parent, that's something that I really want to strive to achieve. Heavenly Parent, please help me to really be a good person. Please help me to really be someone that's devoted to you. Heavenly Parent, I'm so sorry that I'm not good enough. I'm so sorry that I'm inadequate and I'm unqualified. Heavenly Parent, I'm sorry.
After the day was opened, we then went to a holy place of worship in a nearby park and were joined by another member of the church.
So we're just going to go to the Holy Ground. It's a place where Reverend Moon kind of sanctified this area around this tree in Hyde Park. And it's a very special place for unificationists.
And can you feel the presence of Reverend Moon when you're there?
Yeah, I can.
So it's kind of like your Mecca.
Yeah, it is kind of mini Mecca.
Mini Mecca.
A bit less crowded. So we like to come here and pray once a day. Is good. It's a special place for us to really connect with God and connect to the heart of our true Father, our Reverend Moon.
What do you do when you come here?
We like to hold hands and pray together.
Do I have to join in?
Yes, please.
Sure.
So we can pray. So please join me in prayer. The Heavenly Parent, true parents, thank you so much for this beautiful day. We could be here at this holy place, this holy ground that our true parents really blessed. Our true parents' heart is here. We could be here with our brother Jake, and we can just connect with you now. Heavenly Parent, please help us to grow internally and externally. I pray all this in my name, on behalf of everyone here as well. In my name, Michal Schroeder, Blessed Central Family, RG. Thank you.
After praying, we then went back to the communal home to chat about Michael's relationship with his wife and his life within the movement.
Yeah.
So this is bedroom?
Yeah. Sorry, it's not much, but...
And it's you shared?
Yeah, it's shared with another member. I'm on bottom bunk, he's on top bunk.
But what happens, when your wife comes to stay?
She's going to be staying she's going to rent a room for a few nights.
Okay.
Yeah.
But where does the conjugal side come into that? Because that's, an important part.
It's a bit difficult because she can't live here at the moment, so it's a bit difficult to arrange that. Yes.
Do you want to maybe show us around some of your stuff and your space as well a bit?
Yeah.
Pumping the weights?
Yeah, living at home I didn't have any kind of proper weights. I was using kind of some sketchy water bottles in a bag type thing. So
What's the fish names?
I don't know actually. They were here before my time.
Reverend Moon.
Reverend Moon and Atsumi, maybe, yeah, you could say that.
So do you have any photos of you and your wife?
Mm-hmm.
We can see. What's her name again?
Atsumi.
So one sort of preconception people have about Unification Church, or Moonies, as you're kind of known as, is what you guys call the matching process, where you go to Korea with a group of hundreds or thousands and people are matched together to be man and wife forever. And obviously I know you went through that process yourself, and just how does it work?
It's as it sounds, really. It's as you probably imagine it. There's a room in the palace and we go there Sisters sit down on the left-hand side, brothers on the right-hand side, and, you know, one by one, like row by row, we were asked to stand up. And then on my particular occasion, it was the first time. Usually sisters get to choose, but they said, brothers, be brave, you have to choose. So then the brothers suddenly started walking one by one, and then they just stood facing the sisters. And then there was a pause, and everyone's watching. Like the atmosphere was incredibly tense, because you have to make a decision, a selfless decision, and you have to kind of try to connect with who God is trying to guide you to pick. And there was a stalemate for, you know, no one was picking for a long time. And then after looking, scanning for a long time, one brother finally put his hand out to a sister, and she just, you know, looking at his face, and then down to the hand, and to his face again, and then eventually she accepted. You have equal responsibility, so the brother puts his hand out in the gap between them, and then the sister, she has the responsibility to accept or decline. So she accepted, and then from that point it's done. You have to, you're eternal partners with this person, essentially.
Wow.
It's as simple as that. So yeah, it's a bit scary.
And how did your one go?
This lady came up to me, one of the leaders. She asked me who would I like, from what country. So I said Japan, and she took me over to the girl I made slightly longer eye contact with. I felt it was right, so I put my hand out to this girl, and yeah, she accepted me. We were taken to a room to chat, and it was the most amazing talk with another person I've ever had. It was like meeting your best friend after having been separated for 20 years or so. It's just asking simple questions like, what's your name? I didn't really mind if she spoke English or not. I knew that we could kind of work it out. There are other things than being able to talk. You can kind of communicate with your kind of heart and other means.
Michael had arranged to Skype his wife and let us hang around.
How are you?
疲れた。
疲れた。本当ね。大丈夫ですか？I'm recording now. Secret. You're so pretty, you know. You should not feel embarrassed to be recorded. So pretty. Sometimes Father would match people from opposite places, different culture, so to bring about world peace like this. Also sometimes enemy nations, like my parents are enemy countries, so they have to like forgive each other tiny bit, yeah. So yeah, do you think what do you think about this topic?
Yeah, I think he wanted to make good seeds. Generation from generation.
Later on, we then went to a local university campus as part of his daily witnessing routine, where Michael spreads the word about the unification movement.
So this is the bit where you prefer to do the witnessing, right?
Yeah.
So
people relaxing, people.
What do you look for when you want to approach someone to begin the conversation? Do you look for a group? Do you look for an individual? Do they have a certain demeanour? Or what's the telltale signs?
It goes on feeling. Like I don't.
Do you think it's God guiding you?
Yeah, I'd say that. I pick anyone based on how I feel. if I feel it's right. And if we go in a pair, actually the other person, they feel who's right and they say, why don't you try this person? And then the other person goes and talks to them.
Well, I can be your partner.
Yeah, okay. So you can choose people for me that you think are...
What about this guy? He's looking at us.
Yeah, okay. Hi, sir. Hi, do you have 5 minutes for a short interview for society here at Imperial?
3 minutes max.
Do you have 5 minutes for a short interview? Hi there, sir. I do have 5 minutes for a short interview for society here at Imperial. First question is, are you satisfied with Imperial?
Yeah.
Yeah? What in particular are you satisfied with? What do you like about Imperial? Where do you see yourself in 10 years' time?
That's a good question.
What kind of character would you like to have in 10 years' time? What kind of person would you like to be? What social problem are you most concerned with in the world at the moment?
Social problem.
What kind of world problem are you most concerned with? What's closest to your heart? Something.
Right now, terrorism.
Where do you see yourself in 10 years' time?
I'll be 31. God.
Thank you so much for this interview.
Okay.
It's on behalf of a society here at Imperial called CARP. Thank you so much for this interview.
It's all right.
It was on behalf of a leadership society here at Imperial. CARP is a society here at Imperial. So it's a society looking to raise young leaders from university students so they can influence society in some positive way. If I could give you a flyer.
Yeah, of course.
Maybe hopefully see you in the future at one of our events.
Maybe it sounds
Yeah.
like fun.
Would it be possible to take your email so I can invite you formally?
Yes.
It's
sure.
okay?
Yeah.
If I'm honest, it feels a bit mischievous to me.
Okay.
That's how I'd interpret it. If you came up to me and I was sitting on that bench and said to me,
I see.
can I talk to you about how we can, give you a survey about what it's like at the uni and talk about what's your worst world issue of the day and how you can be a better person, I would feel a little bit deceived, I think. Why not just say from the outset, hello, my name's Michael, I'm from the Unification Church.
You mentioned Unification Church. They don't want to talk to you. They block it. Even if you want to have a nice conversation with them or, just have general chit chat with them or, talk about how they're doing, they just block it off.
When you start talking to students, sort of your average student, is it peculiar, I suppose, in the sense that when you look at most students, you've had a very different experience. So you lived at home, obviously you're part of a religious movement which inhibits you from doing certain things. Do you kind of look with any sort of envy or jealousy of your peers because they were kind of, uni is often this time, you kind of let your hair down a bit, you go a bit crazy, Was there any of that in you? Did you ever want to think, I want to experience something new,
You can say that, Jake. But...
And I don't say that to be nasty, I just
No.
It seems to me it's very inhibited what you can and can't do. So therefore when you talk to someone just about the aspect of living and the struggles of life, you can only speak from experience, from a very limited place. That makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, there's a saying, a wise man learns from his mistakes and a wiser man learns from the mistakes of others. I've seen my friends, I've seen my parents, the mistakes that they've made in their life, and I feel I've learnt from their mistakes without having to make the same ones or without having to experience the same kind of difficulties they have. So in some respects, yeah, I would agree. I haven't experienced kind of all the difficulties in life, but in other respects I've also experienced many amazing things in life through the movement, so
Okay. How do you think today went, Michael? How's it feel to have opened up your life to me?
yeah, it feels liberating in a way, talking about my faith with someone else. I'm very happy that I could share about my life and about what I believe.